raw food fruitarian diet, you're gonna be light years ahead, man. Light years ahead. In terms of feeling better.
Fruitarian, living lifestyle. Learn about the benefits and start now. Eating from the vine and feeling divine. Fruit living with nature's design.
How's it going, guys? Fruit living here in Laos. In Laos. You want to say Laos or Lao, however you want to say it. I'm in Laos. I'm just doing a little visa extension bonus run thing. I've had a 1-year visa here in Thailand and it just ran out. It means I've had a 1-year volunteer visa for over a year now. Prior to that, I had some 90-day visas which I had to keep getting renewed, which is such a pain in the ass because I had kept coming to Laos every 90 days. And alas, here I am after my 1 year of not leaving Thailand. I've now had to leave to go to Laos. I want to just do some quick talk about high water content fruit and why I believe high water content fruit is far superior than the dry fruits, the denser fruits. I believe that you can feel really good for a really long time on just your favorite juicy fruit. So if it's mangoes, you can just live on those for a heap of a long time. It's papayas, you can just live on papayas for months. If it's oranges, Anna Osborne did like 80 days on just oranges. I think just orange juice. Right from the orange. Dragon fruits, again, you can mono these things for days and days and days and be totally fine. Granted, when you first start eating dragon fruits, you might get some diarrhea because they are a bit of a laxative, but you build up a tolerance to it and then you should be good to go after a few days of eating just dragon fruits. No more quick poops. But anyways, you're going to feel so much better on high water content fruit than you would if you tried to live on just dates or just bananas. I've had friends who do Banana Island, maybe for a week or two, and it's a challenge. It's like Banana Island challenge. It is hard to do, man. Everyone just wants to get off Banana Island challenge, but everyone wants to get off the Banana Island because it just doesn't satisfy us in the same way that high water content fruits do. I promote eating dates, I promote eating bananas, I promote eating avocados because I believe those are a great staple for when you're in countries like Canada or Europe or America and it's harder to get the higher quality, juicier fruits. And I promote those fruits and foods for the people who are just starting out on this diet and lifestyle. Those 3 foods, the bananas, the dates, and the avocados, they mimic cooked food the most in that they take up the least amount of stomach space while providing you with the most amount of calories. And that's exactly what cooked food does. I hang out with a lot of people who eat cooked food and the volume of their meals is not that big in comparison to the sheer volume that I consume every day. I consume like about 10 pounds of fruit every day. People eating cooked food, they may be consuming maybe 2 or 3 pounds of food a day, but it's just dense, it's concentrated. And as a result of eating very concentrated food, your stomach only has to grow to expand to about the size of this dragon fruit, for the whole freaking day. It doesn't need to expand that big. But when you're eating, maybe like 10 or 20 of these, well, your stomach needs to expand of these size big. Your stomach has to get really big. I'd show you my stomach right now, but it wouldn't show on camera me standing up. Maybe it would. Look at that. See? Look at that. Buddha, man. Buddha. So you go to bed like Buddha, you wake up like Gandhi on a fruitarian diet. But when you're eating cooked food, your stomach doesn't need to expand. So all of a sudden, when you come to a fruit diet and your stomach doesn't have that flexibility, it's unable to get in all the calories it needs. It gets physically full too quickly without nutritionally filling you up with enough calories. It's a great concept to understand. The bed like Buddha concept, I'll post a link in the description to bed like Buddha concept video, which goes into much more detail on that. But what am I consuming? Obviously dragon fruits, these apple pears or these Chinese pears, also called sali in Thailand. What else is good? I've been consuming a lot of mangoes. Mangoes have been my staple for the past, I'd say, month and a half, 2 months, so 60 days. For the past 60 days, at least 90% of my calories have been coming from mangoes. And I look and I feel leaner. I look and I feel just tighter and cleaner and purer. And I have never felt that way on bananas or dates. I have felt great doing the low-fat thing with bananas and dates, doing 95-5 thing, dates. 90% of your calories from carbs, 5% from protein, 5% from fat. When I was back in Canada, that got me pretty lean as well. But I just feel lighter, cleaner, more conductive, more conducive to great energy flow when I'm on the high water content fruit. Yeah, my recommendation would be to just get as many calories in, or at least as many mouthfuls, many meals as you can from higher water content fruit. If you get the option over a meal of oranges or a meal of dates, I take the meal of oranges anytime. If someone's like, hey Ted, you got a watermelon or you got some dates, Personally, I probably take the watermelon if it tastes good, if it's sweet. You say if you want some mangoes or if you want some bananas, I'll take the mangoes. I want the watery content food. And I'm able to accommodate it in my Buddha belly now. So if you're unable to accommodate it, if you still find you get physically full on a fruit diet, but you're still hungry, maybe you got to give yourself another 2 or 3 months, maybe even a full year to really expand that stomach so that you can fit in enough calories from the mangoes. So you don't need to rely on the dates, the bananas, or God forbid, the cooked food. Food, quote unquote. Yeah, just because everyone else is eating it doesn't mean it's actually food. Sure, how to eat a dragon fruit here. By the way, I just arrived in Laos, I didn't have any food on me. So first thing I did, I just boom, went and found fruit. I could have found any excuse and said, oh, I'm traveling, I can't find good food, I just have to go eat some rice. But no, I right away found a coconut here, and then straight to the dragon fruit. Fruitarians attract. Fruitarians manifest fruit. So I just crack it open like anywhere right in the middle, peel it like a mandarin orange, try and get it all in one peel. If you get it all in one peel, it's good luck. So there we go, all one peel off, and then just eat it like a big hamburger. Dragon fruits, man, it's like a massive orb of, oh, I'm salivating, a massive orb of wisdom here. This fruit is so wise. I love food that I can just stuff my face with, like. You want to know if I eat nuts or seeds? Definitely don't eat nuts. Seeds I will swallow, I poop them out or spit them out. But it's hard to crunch these things. They just pass right through you, as nature intended them to do. Think, ew, poo, it's gross, but just eating fruit, just eating dragon fruit, take a poop, it's literally dragon fruit. It's not even poo, it's like you eat dragon fruit, suck it out of your butt, it's dragon fruit. It's not even considered poo. It's considered poo if you don't know what the heck it is, maybe. Don't know what it is, you slap a label on it and say, here, it's just shit, it's just poo. But if you're eating a bunch of papayas and you shit out papaya, it's papaya. It's not even shit. It's papaya. Yeah, you wouldn't eat it because it came out of your butt, but it's just digested papaya. In the same way when cows eat grass and take a shit, call it cow manure, it's just digested grass. It's just grass. The other really cool thing about pooping on a fruitarian diet when it comes to planting seeds after is that you ever notice how like when you're walking on a path, you always like step off the path to take the poop. And you think that's because you don't want other people to step in the poop. Well, why not? Because if someone were to step in the poop, you think, oh, that's kind of gross. But no, nature made it so that we think like that, sure, but nature made it like that so we go off the side of the path, take a poop there so the tree can grow safely. So if you're in the middle of the path, someone's walking, boom, they step on the poop and it kills the little seedling, the little sprout, the little tree that was growing. So instinctively, we just go off the side of the path where it's safe for the tree to grow, take the poop, and then the tree grows. We don't even think about that, but that's how it works really, really well. So good. No strings attached when you eat a fruitarian diet. When you eat a meal of fruit, there are no strings attached. Compared with, obviously animal products, you're going to get cancer, you're going to get diabetes, you're going to feel massive fatigue, you get gut ache, you're going to have heartburn. Animal products are like, not even fucking food, man, it's literally dead animals. But when you transition from a standard North American diet to a cooked vegan diet, you're going to feel a million times better. You're going to feel a million times better. And when you transition from a standard cooked vegan diet to a raw food fruitarian diet, you're going to be light years ahead, man. Light years ahead. In terms of feeling better. You only realize how many strings were attached to the cooked food once you've cut the strings. And once you've been fruitarian for a long time, then you happen to slip up and go out and eat some cooked food, you're going to notice it heaps. But you always come back to fruit and you always realize that there are no strings attached. There are no consequences, no negative consequences to eating a fruit diet. Sure, there's going to be some celery strings in your teeth if you eat vegetables. There are going to be some mango strings in your teeth if you eat a bunch of great mangoes, maybe some stringy ones. But other than that, no strings attached. Fruit diet lets you fly free. Driving over here in the car right over, and I took a 4 or 5 hour drive here, and the two people who were driving, they were getting so hot, they had to get the air conditioning on, and They were getting so hot all the time, they kept complaining, oh, I'm so hot, I'm so hot, I'm so hot. And they kept asking me, like, Ted, you hot, Ted, you hot? And no, I'm absolutely fine. Because the food I'm eating is cooling. It's a very cooling food. And the food they're eating is, I'm not going to go into it, but obviously it was high, heating them from the inside out. Couldn't even really live in their own environment because they weren't eating food that they were designed for. So they were experiencing the negative consequences of eating food that's not part of their species-specific diet. And another thing they kept saying, oh, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry. Like it was a 4 or 5 hour drive. And maybe 4 or 5 times in there, like we stopped like 3 or 4 times to eat, but like 4 or 5 other times they kept saying, oh, I'm so hungry, I need to eat, need to eat, need to eat. And I Ted, you hungry? I'm like, no. Because you don't feel hunger in the same way that a cooked fooder feels hunger. And it's not even like true hunger that the cooked fooders are feeling. And I say cooked fooders, I mean like, whatever. Someone who's not eating a raw food diet. Nothing against cooked fooders, it's just, when I was on cooked food, this is how I felt as well. When they're really hungry, I say, oh, do you want some fruit? I offer them some fruit. They say, no, like, I don't want fruit, I want something like, substantial. So if they were truly hungry, then they'd just eat some fruit. They'd just eat a dried banana maybe, or a coconut, or have some juice, or have a little apple or something. But it's not actually hunger that they're feeling, it's a craving that they're feeling. It's like, no, I need my fix, my cooked food, my whatever, my animal products that they're eating, or their rice noodles, or whatever, or their potato chips, or their hot dogs. That's what they were craving. It wasn't actually hunger, it was just like a craving for that fix. So that was very interesting. And it's so urgent. It's so urgent, that need to eat, like that hunger, that all-encompassing, overwhelming hunger that they feel. When on a fruitarian diet, you don't feel that, because this is like 95% water. So 95% of this is going to my bladder, not really to my stomach. It's going to go to my stomach temporarily, make me look or feel a bit bloated, but it's just going to right to my bladder, and they're going to make me take a big piss after. So granted, I did take more pisses than they did today, for sure, on the car ride over here, but I never ever felt hunger, because you don't feel hunger when 95% of the calories for the past, 99% of the calories for the past 7 years have been coming from water, It's just water and sugar, a little bit of fiber in there. Obviously vitamins and minerals, but yeah, there's nothing weighing your stomach down, like just causing a big brick to be in there when you're eating a fruitarian diet. So you never get used to that heaviness. You never familiarize yourself with that brick in your stomach. But when you're eating cooked food diet, that's what you come to expect. And then you begin to associate a lack of that brick in the stomach with hunger, with the need to eat. So you're like, oh, if my stomach doesn't feel heavy or weighed down, or if my brain isn't maybe fogged out from the food that I ate, if I'm not in a food coma, then I should eat. That's just how you begin to associate food. You think, oh, there's no heaviness in there, therefore I need to put something in there and stuff me out. Whereas when you're eating a fruit diet, instead of feeling hunger, you just feel maybe a slight fatigue from not having food, or maybe just a bit, you just feel undercarbed, maybe a bit irritated or something, just slightly, ever so slightly. And once you get a little bit of fruit in there, you're good to go. But there's no absolute need to like eat right now. It's just like, yeah, I could have some melon right now, I could have some mangoes right now, I could have a dragon fruit right now, that'd be cool. But it's not like I'm never ravenously hungry, which is pretty interesting. I can kind of have a massive appetite, that's absolutely for sure. During my 40-hour training week a couple weeks ago, I was having a massive appetite, which means I could keep eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. And I was always able to eat, I always had the desire to eat, but there was no hunger, like I needed to eat now. It was just like I could eat. I had the ability to eat almost at any time during that 40-hour week. It was quite marvelous how much my body wanted. But yeah, there's people say, oh, Ted, you're fruitarian, that means all you think about is fruit all the time, you think about food all the time. But no, honestly, like fruit allows you to not think about food all the time. Fruit is just like it's almost like I don't want to say distraction from what's really important, but it's just like a side thing that I enjoy talking about, because I've thought about it so much in the past, and it's something that I enjoy consuming. But I never think about fruit when I'm not eating it, unless I'm having a conversation with it, like right now. Like when I'm not eating fruit, I'm not thinking about food. But when I used to cook food, I would think, oh, what am I gonna have for dinner tonight? And like make plans, what am I gonna have for dinner tonight? Maybe order on a freaking menu, what am I gonna eat, And like eating was like such a big deal. It was such an event. And now it's just like, yeah, whatever. I'll have people say, oh, well, what do you have for dinner on a fruitarian diet? And I'm like, whatever I have for breakfast, doesn't matter. Dragon fruit and Chinese pear, whatever's good, man. I really don't care. Really easy to please, super low maintenance on a fruit diet when it comes to what I want or what I need. Just as long as it tastes good, it's high water content, I'm very happy. So that's it, guys. I don't want this video to go on too long. I could say so much more. I could have such a long conversation with you guys about this. So anything you guys want to know, send me a message, either on whatever. Comment down below. If you're gonna send me a message on Facebook and I don't get back to you, don't feel bad. I hardly get back to anyone. Send me another message. If I don't get back to that, send me another message. Same with emailing. If you email me and I don't get back to you, send me another email. If I don't get back to that one, send me another email. Persist, persist, persist. Honestly, it typically takes a lot of people 2 or 3 emails sending to me before I actually get back to them. And to you guys, I like talking to you guys, the ones who keep sending me messages. You guys are the people I want to have a conversation with, ironically. It's kind of, yeah, paradox. Like the people I ignore are the ones who I actually want to have the conversation with most. So thank you to those who sent me a message and I don't respond. You send another one, I don't respond, send me another one. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Peace out from Laos, April 23rd, 2016.
Fruitarian, living lifestyle. Learn about the benefits and start now. Eating from the vine and feeling divine. Fruit living with nature's design.